Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's me coming at you again with another vid. Well, I know I'm a little late on this, but it wasn't previously announced, or actually a couple days ago, that Nate Diaz will be stepping in to face Conor McGregor at UFC 196 on pay per view, live on pay per view, that is, on March 5th for the injured Rafael Dos Anjos. Dos Anjos. And to be honest, this is going to be a very, very damn good fight, and I'm looking forward to this one because we all know that Nate Diaz is, very theatrical, just like Conor. And his antics in the ring and outside of the ring is crazy, just like Conor. And we all know that Nate Diaz called out McGregor after his win against Michael Johnson in the post-fight interview, where he was cursing up the storm, and they had to cut the interview because it was live on Fox, and Fox doesn't permit that type of language, whatnot. But Diaz blames McGregor for taking everything from him. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think he's referring to as a spotlight. Could be there's some jealousy there that Diaz feels that he should be getting more of the recognition than McGregor. Because Diaz said, "Hey, look, I've been doing this shit longer than this little clown has ever done." Blah blah blah. But that may be true. But Diaz, he's got he's had a lot of significant losses. So McGregor's only got two. So there's a major difference there. But needless to say, they did have their press conference, and I can tell you what, man, this press conference was so fiery and was so heated to the point that Nick Diaz accused Conor McGregor of using steroids, and that pissed off McGregor. He said, "Look, I'm not on that shit, so don't fucking leak me into that shit. In fact, two of your boys got caught with steroids. What are you talking about?" And then Diaz makes a comment and says, well, "Look, everybody on the UFC is on steroids, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about." So honestly, that particular comment right there would not suit well with Dana White, because to me, Diaz is going to getting himself blackballed after this fight. I know I might be wrong, and some people may disagree with me on that, but if you make a comment like that on that particular platform, and in that situation, then if he doesn't win this fight against McGregor, I guarantee he's not going to get a significant fight after this. I guarantee you that, since making a comment like that. And the thing about the Diaz brothers, I mean, especially his brother Nick, I know what's happening to him was very, very unjust, and it was uncalled for. It was out of line by the Nevada Athletic State Commission, which I'll get to in a second. Um, I mean, they do shit that's like, you know, it's like, I know it's cool to be brashy, it's cool to be cocky and arrogant in some cases, but there's a time and place for all that shit. And you make a comment like that on that platform, talk about, well, everybody on UFC using steroids, you're undermining your employer, your boss, Dana White, when you say shit like that. So I mean, that's my take on it. And he better win this goddamn fight if he thinks he's gonna get another shot at a big fight after making a comment like that. Um, but yeah, let me break it down here, and let's break this down stylistically. First things first, this fight will be fight at welterweight. The weight limit is at 170 pounds. And obviously, this fight won't be at lightweight because the fight is 1 week away, and it won't give Nate Diaz enough time to make 155, which is lightweight limit. So, um, yeah, so definitely is going to be at welterweight, and it's going to be a damn good fight. Now, stylistically, they're both southpaws. They both have very long reach, and they both have very quick hands. And McGregor is more persistent, and he's a very good combination stand-up puncher too. And same thing with Diaz, but he controls his distance very well, just like Conor. The only thing Diaz lacks in is striking with his leg, with kicks. He's very good with the bleak kicks, but McGregor, he's good at hiding his kicks behind his punches, just like Holly Holm, how she does it. So the thing about it is, who I think will, who would win this fight? I say it's 50-50 at this point. But if I have to give someone the edge, I have to give it to McGregor because, again, he is more precise with his style. His technique is very, very polished. I mean, compared to Nate Diaz, Diaz got good technique as well, but he can be a little sloppy sometimes. And I mean, I have to admit though, in the Johnson fight though, after he took a year off before that fight, he was very impressive in that fight, and I think he gassed a little bit in the last round. But the one thing Diaz may have a little advantage over McGregor is the ground game. And the thing is that McGregor doesn't, fight well on the ground, but he has worked on his ground game defense. He displayed that against Chad Mendez. Um, yeah, Diaz. If Chad's gonna, I mean not Chad. If Conor's gonna want to win this fight, he's got to keep it on the ground. I mean, keep it on stand up. He can't. Obviously, I don't see him trying to win this fight on the ground against Nate Diaz. So, but again, I give the slight edge to Conor in this fight. It's gonna be a damn good fight. I'm looking forward to it. And at the same time, boxing's going to have a hell of a night as well, as Luis Ortiz is going to take on Tony Thompson. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. Speaking of boxing, I mean, I'm going to look forward to the Scott Quigg and Carl Frampton fight. That's probably displaying right now because I'm over here in the West Coast, y'all, in the United States, and it's over there in their fights in the UK. So different time zones, so I'm going to have to definitely check that out. Let me know what you think about this fight. Who do you think you have? Who do you think is going to win, and who do you think is going to have the edge? Either Conor McGregor or Nate Diaz. Drop a comment, share, subscribe. Signing off. Peace.